Today I'm going to show you how to make these really easy crocheted envelopes, small bags, gift card holders, whatever you want to call them. They're a super easy crochet project. We're just using the single crochet stitch, a little bit of decreasing at the top to create a nice little envelope look. You can make these in any size. I've got a much larger one here. I've got a narrow one but tall, and I've got a smaller one that is perfect for gift cards. For this project, you can use any size hook that you have available and any yarn that works well with that hook that you're using, or vice versa. Choose your yarn and then go with the hook that that yarn recommends. For these that I've done here and for the tutorial that I'm going to show you, I am using the Maxim Glimmer. So the ones that I did here, I used this color, and this is a 4-weight, 97% acrylic, 3% other yarn. You don't need very much for each individual envelope. If you're making a whole bunch, then I recommend having quite a few balls of yarn, just so you don't run out. Like I said, it's a 4-weight medium yarn, and this color and glimmer is lavender. For the tutorial, I am going to switch to a blue. So I'm going to be using this Maxim Glimmer, and this color is light blue. And you can kind of see there's a nice little glimmer running through it. So on these envelopes, they kind of shine when the light is just right. I am also going to be using a 5mm crochet hook, but like I said, you can use whatever hook and yarn that is most comfortable for you and that gives you the size that you want for your envelopes. You want to start with a slip knot and leave a little bit of a tail so you can use that to weave in and seam up your side. I'm going to start with a slip knot, and you want to chain an even number +1. So for the smaller envelopes, I have been chaining 12 + 1, so 13 total chains for the foundation chain row. Once you have your even number of chains +1, you're just going to work a single crochet back into each stitch all the way down that chain. And this pattern is super easy, just using single crochets for the entire project. So if you're new to crochet, this is a fabulous beginner pattern and beginner project. Once you've worked a single crochet into every stitch, you should have the even number of stitches that you chained minus that +1 at the end. That was our turning chain. So for me, I have 12 stitches. Every row starts with a chain 1, turn, and we're working right back into that first stitch, and we're just going to single crochet, and we're single crocheting into the next, single crochet into the next, and single crochet into each stitch all the way across. And that is the repeat. So you're going to work a single crochet row, as many rows as you need. This foundation, this bottom that we've worked, is the width of your little envelope. So now we're just going to work single crochet rows all the way up, and you need to work the fabric so you have double the length of the size that you actually need, because you're going to fold it up. So again, you chain 1, turn, every row starts the same, single crochet into each stitch all the way across. These work up really quick. They're really easy, and they really don't take very much yarn if you're just making 1 or 2 of them. But if you're going to be making quite a few, then I suggest having a few balls of yarn just in case. So I've worked a number of single crochet rows, We're going to flip it like this, and that will be the size of your envelope minus the little flap that goes over. So once you're happy with the length and you have enough to fold over and still have a nice size gift card holder or candy holder or whatever it is you want to put in these little envelopes, we can work on the decrease rows. For the decrease rows, we're going to decrease 4 times, so 4 rows, decreasing 1 on each side of our fabric. These are just single crochet decreases. Once you are ready to do that, we're going to chain 1, turn like we have been. We're going to work a single crochet into that first stitch. And then over the next 2 stitches we're going to decrease. So you're going to put your hook into that first stitch, draw up a loop, find the next stitch, put your hook in, draw up a loop. You should have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull back through those 3. We're going to work a single crochet across the next stitches until you get to the last 3. So we're just working 1 single crochet until you get to the last 3 stitches of the row. I have 3 stitches left. I'm going to decrease over these next 2. I'm going to put my hook in, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, put my hook in, pull up a loop. I have 3 loops on my hook, yarn over, pull back through 3, and single crochet into that very last stitch on the end. And now we have decreased 1 on each side. We're going to do this 3 more times. So for me, I started with 12 stitches. I am going to decrease over 4 rows. At the end, I will have 4 stitches left on the top. If you have worked more stitches across, you can continue to decrease as much as you want until you get the point at the very end that you want. But for me, I will have 4 stitches running across that top. So I'm going to do the same thing, single crochet in that first stitch, and then decrease over the next 2. I'm going to single crochet until the last 3 stitches. So a single crochet into each stitch until I have 3 stitches left, and then I'll work another decrease. You can see I have 3 stitches now. Going to decrease over these next 2 and then single crochet into the last, and I've decreased again. Chain 1, turn, single crochet in that first, and work a decrease over the next 2, single crochet across until you get to the last 3 stitches, work a decrease and a single crochet into the last. You can see it's kind of forming that little point. Always chain 1 and turn, single crochet in that first stitch, decrease over the next 2. And now I already have my 3 stitches. I didn't have to work any single crochets in between, so I'm going to go ahead and work that decrease right away and single crochet into the last. I now have 4 stitches running across the top. For my last row, I'm going to chain 1, turn, and just work a single crochet into each of those 4 stitches on the top. And now I can fasten off. And you can seam up these sides any way that you typically seam sides. I will just be using a whip stitch on each side, but however you typically like to seam up your sides, anything works with this one. You're going to fold up the bottom, seam up those 2 sides, weave in all of your tails. If you've left a long tail at the end, you can use this to seam up that one side. Add a charm if you want, and then you'll have your very own little crocheted gift card holder. These are super cute, they're super easy, they're quick. I made up so many of these for an advent calendar, and it didn't take nearly as long as I thought it would take. They're customizable, you can make them any size that you want, any size that you need. It's just using a single crochet stitch. You create that fabric, you fold it up, seam up the sides, and you've got a nice little tiny gift card holder, gift bag, envelope, however you want to call it. They're super cute. I even added a little snowflake charm on the closure here. If you wanted to add a button, I have tutorials on how to do that as well, and I will link those down below. I hope you enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy crocheting everyone. Bye!